Yeah, we really went into spring with multiple goals. The first one is to evaluate our personnel and get a feel for what we have on our team, and we certainly accomplished that. And barring a couple injuries where we didn't get to see a couple guys, but we evaluate our personnel. That was a big goal of ours. The second thing was installing our systems, offense and defense, and the kicking game, and we were able to do that. And then thirdly would be develop fundamentals. And just get better at tackling and blocking and catching the ball and throwing it. And I think that's what football's all about. And we spent obviously a large amount of time on fundamentals. And then, I think the most important thing is probably establishing the culture of our program and how we want to practice and how physical our practices will be and how much passion that we're going to have when we play on the field. And that was a very, very important goal of ours in the spring.
But we are excited. Obviously, 2016 season is upon us, so definitely really looking forward to year 4 in the program. I think it's been years in the building, so we're excited to finally be able to put a football team on the field that's going to have a ton of experience. We're going to have about 13 seniors on defense and about 8 seniors on offense, which is really nice in terms of being able to have some guys that have been in the program, been through the battles, and really looking forward to a season where hopefully we have a lot more growth on the field.
Well, 2016 is going to be an interesting year for us. We are a young football team for the first time in a long time. Even some of our older guys that will play have not had a whole lot of experience. So we have a handful of guys that have played and come back, and we're going to rely on them for a lot of leadership. But we kind of going to start off as an inexperienced team, and the goal is to finish as a much improved team. The bad thing about being inexperienced is we're going to have to pay some price without play. The good news is youthful guys, they don't know how good or not good they can be. So the sky's going to be a limit for them.
Well, I think not only on offense, I think we lose a lot of seniors on both sides of the ball, and there'll be a different roster out there for 2016. I think it's our strength. I think we have a lot of blank canvas right now, and that's our job. But we have a lot of talented kids right now. So with the youthful team, I expect us to get better as the season goes on, but there's a lot of talent there. So there's a lot of opportunity for the kids to go out there and compete and win a position. We didn't have that in the past. Well, I think if you look at the strengths from a physical standpoint, our offense and defensive skill players, I think, are really good. I mean, they may be inexperienced, but I also think that, people can look at that as a weakness of experience. But I look at it as an opportunity. I look at it as a strength of our team. They have a want-to-win mentality that we haven't had here in the past, because their expectation now, all they have seen is winning in this program. There's none of those kids that are entering the field that have been through a 1 or 2 win season. All these kids expect to go out there and win, and they've just been waiting their turn in line.
The experience we have coming back on offense is tremendous, I think. And again, it goes back to taking care of our guys and being able to stay healthy. If we can keep guys healthy, we're going to, be an offense to be reckoned with. We got a lot of skilled players and a very talented quarterback. We'll be young up front, but I think we're pretty athletic. So I'm excited to see what the offense can do this year. Defensively, obviously, we'll be young, but I think we're just as, if not more, skilled this year athletically than we were last year. We just lack a little bit of experience.
Offensively, we're going to be very multiple. A lot of personnel groups, a lot of formations, try and put our best athletes out on the field and take advantage of our strengths. We've got defensively, we're probably going to base out of a 3-4, but also very, very multiple in the number of fronts and personnel packages that we run. We got a competitive bunch of guys, and just want to be around them and try and have them compete and do it the right way.
Just very excited for this season. I know we got a big bullseye on our back from our past accomplishments. One of the best teams in school history this past season, winning 12 games. So we're excited about this upcoming season, ready to defend to defend our title and go forward from there. That we know we got some question marks right now. The biggest question mark on offense will be offensive line and who's going to be our starting quarterback. So there's some question marks we got to fill. Defensively, we don't have as many question marks. It's going to be one or two of the linebacker positions, but camp will be very important us going forward into that very first game.
I think the strengths of this year's team is we have a lot of guys that have played football, significant football, successful football. We've got good leadership on this team. We've got a dynamic quarterback, Lenny Williams. We've got good experience on the offensive line. We've got a stable running back. So we're a little bit young at receiver or inexperienced at receiver, but we're going to be okay there. Defensively, we return a lot of guys that have played a lot of football, that have started a lot of games. So I think the kids understand what's expected. They're anxious to get back and get going. And, last year we were very young. Our last game of the season, we started 3 seniors. This year we're not going to be as young. We're going to be a little more experienced. So we're all excited about it.